You're listening to Don't Miss This on Paris Underground Radio. For more great content, including bonus videos of events in and around Paris, please join us on Patreon. Hello, and welcome to Don't Miss This, your weekly roundup of the best of what's happening in Paris. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity, the creator and founder of the Paris Underground Radio podcast network, featuring podcasts on a wide range of topics that come out 6 days a week and are made for people just like you. For special events, bonus videos, a book club, and more, please join us on Patreon. We kick this week off with a holiday and bookend it with the Summer of Love. In between, you'll discover a contemporary Aboriginal artist's exhibit for the very first time in France. Plant your caboose on documentary train tracks, head to Afro heaven, and so much more. From mysteries of old to a celebration worthy of a king, I've collected some exceptional events to help distract you from the summer sun. This week's edition of Don't Miss This covers the week of Sunday, August 14th through Saturday, August 20th, 2022. From now through Sunday, November 6th, you'll have the chance to get to know the work of one of the greatest contemporary Australian artists, Sally Gabori. Although her work is widely known throughout Australia, few of us here in France have had the pleasure. For the very first time in France, Aboriginal artist Sally Gabori will be exhibiting at the Fondation Cartier with Murdiding Kingathi Jerwanda Sally Gabor, which is her full name. Sally was born on a small island of 100 inhabitants located in northern Australia called Bentinck Island, and she had no contact with the outside world for the first 23 years of her life, until a cyclone ravaged the island and forced the inhabitants out in 1948. At their new home in Mornington, the Kayadilts were separated from their children and forced by the Mornington Presbyterian Mission to sever all ties with their former culture. Now, Sally began painting at 80 years old and quickly gained prestige. Over the next 9 years, until her death in 2015, she produced more than 2,000 works of art in homage to her native island. She developed, quote, a unique, vibrantly colorful body of work with no apparent ties to other aesthetic currents, particularly within the contemporary Aboriginal painting. In this exhibit, you'll discover around 30 paintings which introduce us, in her abstract style, to her childhood island, an island she had never returned to and hadn't seen in over 50 years. Murdiding Kingathi Jerwanda Sally Gabori will be at the Fondation Cartier through Sunday, November 6th, and more information can be found at fondationcartier.com. That's FONDATIONCARTIER.com. Shall we step even further back in time? Imagine yourself in 1871, at the tail end of the Franco-Prussian War. Prussia has succeeded in bringing down France's Second Empire and has inflicted a terrible siege on Paris. The people were starving. You are starving. The richest among us have slaughtered the animals in the Jardin des Plantes Zoo. The poorest content themselves with rats. And then the French government surrenders to Prussia. In March of 1871, we, the Parisians, feeling betrayed and humiliated, rise up and revolt by taking control of the city and proclaiming it a commune. Then follow 72 days of glorious social utopia that become a founding myth of socialism and worker struggles. But the government, having run off to Versailles, as they are wont to do, intends to crush this popular revolution. It's May 21st. 130,000 soldiers enter Paris and embark on a terrible manhunt in a week forever referred to as Bloody Week. Barricades were erected, and as the fighting progresses, the communards take refuge in eastern Paris, and more specifically in the Père Lachaise cemetery, where the last fighting rages. On May 28th, 1871, the last barricade falls. It is the end of the Commune. Order is restored, and the Republic has won. Okay, back to the present. For the second year, on the 151st anniversary of the Paris Commune, you can discover the glorious and tragic history of this social and popular revolution by taking up the songs and tunes of the time. From the Ton de Cerise to the Internationale, you can make these songs resonate in the last places to witness this era. From the heights of Belleville to the outskirts of the Père-Lachaise Cemetery, a very atypical walk in the 20th arrondissement awaits you. Sur les traces des communaires, visite spectacle will take place on Sunday, August 14th from 3 to 5 p.m. and costs €25. Reservations are required. For more information, and to make those reservations, please visit sous-les-paves.com. That's SOUS-LES-PAVES.com. If the thought of those 1871 tunes got you in the mood to dance, head over to the Bellevilloise for Afro Heaven with an Afro and Tropical Vibes special summer edition from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Sunday, August 14th. Don't forget, Monday is a holiday. So, what can you expect? You'll find 2 rooms with 2 atmospheres to immerse yourself in. What's behind door number 1? Afro vibes like Afro beats, Afro electro, and Afro pop, spun by Collective Trap Africa and Cheetah and Friends. Cheetah, a Paris-based beatmaker and DJ, recently opened for Janelle Monáe. And door number 2? Tropical vibes like Afro grooves, Afro Latin, Caribbean, dancehall, and reggaeton, spun by DJ SAB, the DJ at Soledades, and DJ Cocorocho, co-founder of Radio Groovelisation. Dr. Traoré, who spun all over Paris, and other various Groovelisation DJs. As if that weren't enough, singer, dancer, percussionist, and special guest Baba Tibu will also be on site. Baba Tibu was born in Benin. Passionate about voodoo rites, his musical creations are directly inspired by traditional Beninese rhythms. Afro Heaven will be at La Bellevilloise on Sunday, August 14th from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Tickets can be purchased for €10 ahead of time or €11 on site, and more information can be found at labellevilloise.com. That's LABELLEVILLOISE.com. The next day, Monday, August 15th, is a national holiday in France in honor of Assumption, a Catholic holiday. And although France is a secular country, there are few things that the French cling on harder to than their vacation days. So, what can you do on your nationally protected day off? How about a free open-air gospel concert in the heart of the Place de la Bastille? The Total Praise Mass Choir is the largest gospel choir in France, counting nearly 200 people as its members. They will perform for 3 hours as part of the Paris Summer Gospel Festival. The Total Praise Mass Choir will perform on Monday, August 15th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Place de la Bastille and is free to attend. More information can be found on Facebook. If you're willing to venture just slightly farther afield to the Palace of Versailles, you will be in for the night of your life with this year's final Nocturne de Feu, or Fire Night. Since the 18th century, pyrotechnic shows have been projected above the fountains and waterways of the Versailles Palace gardens, while grand Baroque music plays to kings and courtiers alike. This year, on Monday, August 15th, you can wander freely through the flower beds of the French gardens, greeted by thousands of candles, encountering fire artists under a sky streaked with lasers, lined with monumental flames, accompanied, of course, by that very same Baroque music. At the end of the night, you'll be treated to an impressive fireworks display. The Nocturne de Feu will take place at the Versailles Palace on Monday, August 15th from 8:30 p.m. to 11:05 p.m., and more information, including ticketing, can be found at chateauversailles-spectacle.fr. That's CHATEAUVERSAILLES-spectacles.fr. After a full night of fireworks and fire art, you know what you need? Coffee. Well, from Tuesday, August 16th through to the 27th, Maison 40 in the 3rd arrondissement is offering coffee summer sessions, very special workshops revolving around the world of coffee. From tastings to demonstrations to hands-on training, you will learn all there is about what is arguably the world's favorite morning beverage. The week will begin with a workshop on growing and tasting coffee from around the world. You'll also explore the wonderful and unavoidable association between coffee and chocolate. As the week goes on, you'll discover more unusual pairings, like, say, coffee and cheese. You'll also learn the mystifying art of latte art and learn how to draw on your cappuccino. Finally, on Saturday, you'll learn how to make everyone's favorite coffee offshoot, coffee ice cream. Coffee summer sessions will take place at Maison Caron from August 16th through the 27th and are free to attend. Please visit cafecaron.com for more information. That's CAFECARON.com. Is Paris the most romantic city in the world? Host Lily Heisey answers this very question in her podcast Romancing in Paris, which takes you through the city, arrondissement by arrondissement, by exploring the most romantic and hidden spots Paris has to offer. Listen now to Romancing in Paris on parisundergroundradio.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't miss this. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. And now, back to Don't Miss This. What could be better than sitting under the stars, watching a film in the open air with your nearest and dearest? What's that? Those films should be documentaries, and you should be watching them along the railway tracks of the Petite Ceinture? Well, your wish is my command. Beginning at nightfall on Tuesday, August 16th, you can pull up one of 50 deck chairs, slip on some headphones, and indulge in the Gare aux Ducs Film Festival at the Recyclerie. This year's 5th edition has taken the theme L'écologie peut-elle crever l'écran? Or Can ecology burst through the screen? And you'll be treated to documentaries offering a critical look at the place of the environment in public debate. From Greta Thunberg's civic engagement to the fight against plastic pollution in Indonesia, you'll discover the movers and shakers in the world of ecology and climate change, and be introduced to the solutions they provide. This 10-night film festival is free to attend, but registration is required, and open session by session. You're welcome to visit La Recyclerie all day long, but at 7:30 p.m., registrants will be welcome and given access stamps to the Petite Ceinture. Be sure to arrive by 9:15 p.m. when registration closes, or your place will be put back into circulation. At 9:30 p.m., access to the Petite Ceinture will open and screenings will begin at nightfall. The Gare aux Ducs Film Festival will be at La Recyclerie from the 16th to the 27th of August and is free to attend. For more information, programming, and registration, please visit larecyclerie.com. That's LARECYCLERIE.com. On Saturday, August 19th, put on your dancing shoes and head back to La Bellevilloise for the last classics-only session of the summer, Summer of Love. This time, set the time machine to the decade between 1996 and 2006 and get swept away by the hip-hop and R&B sounds of the time. You'll also find Afro beats, an amapiano, and a giant karaoke machine in the middle of the Bellevilloise Forum. Classics Only Summer of Love will be at La Bellevilloise on Saturday, August 19th from 11 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. Tickets are available for pre-sale for €11 and at the door for $14.30. More information can be found at labellevilloise.com. That's LABELLEVILLOISE.com. Well, that's it for this week's roundup of Don't Miss This. For more great content, including a look behind the scenes, videos from Paris, a book club, and exclusive events, please join me on Patreon at patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio. If you enjoyed this roundup, please if you venture out to any of the events mentioned in this podcast, please let me know and tag Paris Underground Radio on Facebook And if you think you have an event we should know about, please feel free to email me at hello@parisundergroundradio.com with the subject line, Don't Miss This. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. You can find me on all socials at Jennyphoria. That's JENNYPHOR. Don't Miss This is produced by me for Paris Underground Radio. For more on Don't Miss This and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com. Thank you so much for listening and happy exploring! Don't Miss This is produced by Jennifer Garrity for Paris Underground Radio. For more on this show and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com.